website. Okay, so just so you know, before we start this meeting, this is the same information about data reporting that I gave in the webinar last year, as well as the webinar that I gave a couple weeks ago. So if you came to the webinar a couple weeks ago and you're back again, you'll just hear the same thing that you heard a couple weeks ago. So I'm just letting you know ahead of time. Basically today, I'm just going to go over the student data portal, what it is, and kind of walk you step by step through how to report your data. So once again, if you have a question or you're having an issue, go ahead and type it in the chat function, and we'll try to answer your question. If you have a school-specific question, like you have a case that's only for your school and you don't think a lot of other people will have the same problem, please try to get a hold of us after the meeting, and we will get back to you on that. Okay, so the student data portal, what is it and how do I use it? First of all, here is your lovely student data team. We are a very small agency over here at the Workforce Board, and this is maybe actually pretty significant chunk of our staff. I think there's maybe 27 of us altogether. So lots of us over here are here and ready to help you report your data. So there we are right there. And I'm Lindsay Elwanger, by the way. I'm a communications consultant, and that's me in the corner with the pink pants. So now you know who you're talking to. Okay, so we created the student data portal, I think a few years ago, and it was designed with you in mind to help you make your data reporting a little bit easier and more efficient. It definitely makes it easier for us, and we always hope that it makes it easier for you. I think that in the past, a long time ago, you actually had to fill out some sort of piece of paper and mail it in to us. So hopefully this is easier for you to be able to just submit it online. Just to let you know, our system includes encryption technology, so it is safe to report your data to us, and we're not doing anything with your data other than using it for the purposes of figuring out whether your school is approved to be on the state's eligible training provider list or not. So don't worry, we're not doing anything with your data. It's all safe for you to report it to us, as long as you don't email it to us. So please do not email your spreadsheets to us, only upload them into this portal. And like I said before, hopefully this is easy for you to report. That's what we're trying to do here. We are consistently trying to improve it and add additional protections and try to help make it easier for you. So if you have any comments for us or you have any ideas, please send us an email and let us know. We'd love to hear from you, and we like to hear about your experience. I think probably after data reporting's over, we will be sending a survey around to see how everybody thought that reporting went this year, and there will be a place on that survey where you can give us comments about what you think would work better next year. And I also think I will probably be sending around a survey about this webinar so that you can give me some tips on anything that I could say to better help you report your data. So here's the data reporting timeline. So we started back in July. We sent anybody who is an authorized user on your account from last year, or anybody who if you're a new school this year that signed up this year, we sent everybody emails to let you know to start updating your CareerBridge profile, or your so you can log into CareerBridge and upload your programs there. And then we asked you to be done with that by August 15th. And the reason that we ask you to update your CareerBridge, your programs on CareerBridge, is because that's where we get your information for the student data portal. So we actually take the information from CareerBridge and we suck it on over into the student data portal, and That is why it's so important that you get on there and update those programs first. And then data reporting opened September 5th, so last week. And then, of course, we had a student data webinar a couple weeks ago, and we are having one today. And then your data is due this year on October 31st. So Halloween is the last day that we will allow you to report your student data to us before the student data portal closes. Okay, so what programs you report depends on what kind of a school you are. We require private career schools to report all programs to us. That is part of your licensing requirement, so that's why we require you to report all programs. Community and technical colleges, you need to report to us any non-credit certificate program that you want evaluated for the eligible training provider list. And the public four-year colleges also need to report any non-credit certificate program that you'd like to be on the ETP list. And then the private four-year colleges have to report all programs that you'd like to be on the eligible training provider list. The community and technical colleges and public four-year colleges, we get your programs that are not non-credit certificate programs from another source. So we are getting that data from somewhere else, which is why you only need to report the non-credit certificate programs to us. Okay, and then we want to make sure that you know to report all students. A lot of times we get questions about, or people get confused and think they only need to report those students that are paid for by some kind of federal funding. That is not the case. We need to see all students that were enrolled in that program, and then the dates that we're looking for are students who are enrolled in your program between July 1st, 2017 and June 30th, 2018. So that is what we're looking for there. Okay, and why this data makes a difference? Why do you spend time reporting your data to us? Well, for three reasons. One is, and they all kind of tie together, so evaluation. So we take your data that you send us and we evaluate your training programs to see how much participants earned, whether they landed jobs, where they went to work, and then we push that information out for education for students, parents, and teachers. The data that you submit to us, not any student-specific data, but your overall program data gets pushed out onto our CareerBridge website. It shows your performance results on CareerBridge so that students can make an educated decision when they're choosing training programs. And then the third thing that we do with it is for legislation. So we write a report every year called the Workforce Training Results, and we provide legislators and policymakers with sort of an overall evaluation of the workforce system as a whole. And this data helps them make decisions on what the legislature will invest in and support. So reporting your data really does make a difference to us. So we appreciate you taking the time to do that. Okay, and the one last thing I have to say before I move on to actually showing you how to report data is please don't forget about CareerBridge. So what will happen if you forget about CareerBridge is when you log in and try to start, when you try to upload your spreadsheet to our data reporting system, it will kick it back to you because your programs don't match up. So please make sure that you report those programs on CareerBridge so we can pull them over to data reporting and everything matches. Okay, so that is the end of my PowerPoint, and I'm going to jump right into showing you how to report your data. So to get to the student data portal, you are going to go to our agency website. So it is www.wtb.wa.gov. And we have actually put right here under what's new, there is a link to the student data portal page. So you don't need to go any deeper than the home page. So just click right there on student data portal is now open, and it'll take you to the page on our website with all the information that you need. So this page gives you, in this green box right here, there is a link to the actual data reporting site. This purple box is about the webinars. You don't need to worry about it because you're already here. But after our webinar today, I will be posting the webinar up online. So like I said earlier, if you need to leave early or you've got something else to do, you can finish watching it later. There's also the information that I put on the PowerPoint in here about what years you need to report, when the deadline is, and what students you need to report on. Over here on the right-hand side in this gray box are any documents that you might need to help you get started. If it is your very first time, not necessarily if you're a new school, though, if you are a newer school and you've never reported data, you will need to do this. Or if you are a returning school and maybe your data contact left, or you need someone new to report data, you'll need to actually have them fill out this authorization form. I'll just show you what it looks like real quick. Maybe I will if it loads. So it's basically the top part is your information, and we do need your actual physical signature. And then the bottom part is the person, that owns the school or somebody higher up that's authorizing you to report data. Sometimes you are one and the same person. So please make sure to fill this out. If you have reported data in the past, you don't need to send us a new sheet. If you yourself has reported data, we probably have your sheet already. This is just for people who are either new to report, basically people who are new to reporting this year or have never reported before. So you'll need to fill that out, and you can email that back to us. I just think I want to close the current tab. Okay, so another thing we have over here is the user guide. I will warn you, it's very, very long. I strongly recommend coming back to the webinar if you need help later instead of trying to read your way through the user guide. But if you read better than you listen, then go ahead and feel free to check that user guide out. This is the actual spreadsheet where you will need to report your data. I'll click on it, but I am probably going to wait to talk about it until a bit later. But, well, here it is. Okay. This is what the spreadsheet looks like. There's columns for you to fill in all of your students' information. So I will come back to that a little bit later. Okay, so that's about all that's on this page. So if you want to go to the actual data reporting site, you're going to click right here. And then here it is, the infamous student data portal. So you're going to log in with your email and your password. If you do not know your password, we unfortunately do not keep your password. So if you do not know it, you'll need to click right here on Forgot Your Password, and then you will type your email address in right here and hit the Reset Password button to get your password. It will send you an email with a temporary password, and so you'll use that. I think you click on the link in the email, and it will let you enter a new password in once you log in. If for some reason it's not working for you, or you can't get it to reset your password, give us a call, and we can actually we can enter a password in for you. We just don't know what your password was. So also just a side note about this, make sure that when you're doing this, that you don't hit it repeatedly. I would click on it and give it a few minutes to come to you. Sometimes people will click, it doesn't come right away, so they click again, and then they click again. If you click on it a few times, I'm not exactly sure how many times, but if you click on it a few times in a row without actually doing the rest of the process of resetting the password, it will lock you out of your account. And then you will have to call us and we will have to unlock your account. So please make sure that when you're trying to reset, you only hit it once and then wait for your email. And like I said, if that doesn't work for some reason, just call us. And also, if you are not sure if you have an account or not, go ahead and call us or send us an email. And by the way, this contact us down here has our phone number and our email address. We will answer to both quickly for the most part. I am checking this email box, and there are other staff members checking this email box daily. So please don't worry about not getting a response back. We will get back to you very soon. Okay, so let's go back here and actually log in. So you're going to log in with your information. That is not the right account for me. Hold on. I have two accounts. Oh, I have to set a new password. That's great. Sometimes it will do this for whatever reason. I'm not actually sure why. Okay. Oh, lovely. Okay, hold on. Oops, my fault. I didn't put in a number. Okay. Of course, this always happens when we're trying to do something new, right? Oh my goodness. Okay. Hold on, I'm stuck. I'm locked out of my own data reporting system. You know what? Hold on. I got stuck. I'm going to log into my other account just for the sake of not wasting your time. Okay. Okay, so bear with me for just a second. Ignore this part. You actually don't have this part on your thing because you're not an administrator. Okay, so on your data reporting, you will not see this training provider search or admin box. These two will not be there. You'll just see training provider and data report. So the training provider tab is it's just all the information from your school. And so you can look right here and see what locations you have listed for your school, your programs, and the contact people from your school. So it should, right when you log in, you should end up right here. And so you should see the name of your school right here. If you don't, you've done something wrong. So make sure you see your school name. It will tell you right here that you are in the right year and that we're looking for students between this date and the due date. You won't see this box that says override due date. Sorry about that. I'm not sure why my other account is not working. So, okay. So step one is the first thing we want you to do is we want you to look at your programs. And this is really important. So make sure you click here to look at your programs. And these are the programs that we are expecting you to report on. So like I said, these are the ones that come from CareerBridge. So if you don't see your program here, go back and log into your CareerBridge account, or ask whoever at your school is your CareerBridge user to log in and make sure that the program is listed in CareerBridge. If you have no idea, I know some of you guys are big schools and you might not have any idea who your CareerBridge user is, you can contact us and we can help you fix your programs or help you get in touch with that person. But these are really important because when you're filling out our spreadsheet, the award type, the program name, and the location have to exactly match what is right here on your screen to be able to report. So you're going to check that out first, and then you are going to go back. So step 2 is going to be viewing your continuing students. So if you reported data last year and you reported that any students were still enrolled in your program, we need to know what happened to your students this year. So if you click right here, I don't have any continuing students, but I think I probably maybe did for a past year. So let me go back. So it'll show me my continuing students right here. And if you log in and you see any students right there, if you click on export, it will actually bring up your spreadsheet pre-populated with all of these students' information. So then you can just go to the column where you have to say how your students exited the program, and then you can add your new students under that. So hopefully that'll make it easy for you because you don't have to re-enter any continuing students that you have. Okay, so then you're going to go back. Here are, once again, this is that PDF user guide that I was mentioning. So if you get stuck or you need help, you can check out those instructions, or you can watch this webinar, or you can get a hold of us. And then after you did those, then you're going to go here to start your report. Okay, so basically you have 2 different ways that you can report your data. You can either download the Excel file and then re-upload the Excel file to us, or you can enter your students one at a time. I'll show you that first. I really don't recommend this method unless you literally have maybe 1 or 2 students. If you have more than that, it's going to be much easier to use the Excel spreadsheet. But if you want to do it this way, you'd click on this button to add a student, and then you'd fill out all the information on this form, and then you'd hit save, or you can hit this little floppy disk with a plus sign, so save and add another if you're adding more students. Like I said, I strongly don't recommend this unless you only have a couple students. I think that the spreadsheet's a lot easier. So I'm going to go back. I'm just going to click on data report, and I do want to leave my changes unsaved. So I'm going to go back to start your report. So if I was uploading my students, I would click this button to download the blank Excel template. And it will open it straight on your computer. Don't forget, a lot of people have called saying they can't use the spreadsheet. You have to click this little yellow button up here that says Enable Editing to be able to edit it. So make sure you click on that, and then things should work right. And of course, some of my things are now not working right, which is super helpful. Okay, hold on. I'm going to use this one. Okay, so as you're adding students, each of these columns should have a little yellow box that pops up, and it will tell you exactly what to put, on here. And then if for some reason that's not working, back on the Workforce Board's website, I forgot to show you one thing. Oops. So back here on the student data portal page, I forgot about this. This sheet called under Get the Codes You Need to Know, it will show you every single column that we're asking for on your Excel spreadsheet. Oh, lovely. And exactly what you need to enter into these boxes. So, and then a lot of the things on the spreadsheet require a number instead of a yes or a no. So like this one, Hispanic, for one equals Hispanic origin and 2 is not of Hispanic origin. So please don't type yes or no or any other answer. We actually tried to make the spreadsheet pretty easy for you to use. If you try to type in a lot of these things, if you try to type something that's not going to work, like if you try to type a social security number with dashes, it shouldn't let you. It will tell you, please remove all your dashes from social security number. So, and then these boxes over here, most of them over on the right actually have a drop-down menu. So you can select 1 or 2 from the drop-down menu and it'll tell you right next to it, which one you should select for what. So that's something we just added maybe in the last couple years, and hopefully that makes it easy for you guys to upload data to us. So basically what we're looking for is, like I said, these 3 columns are the ones that people mess up the most often. So what is listed on location, program title, and program award type needs to exactly match what's on your what's on the data reporting site in the programs area over here, your programs. So make sure these 3 match. Okay, and then let's see. So you enter all of their information. We do ask for their social security numbers, and I know that that's an issue for some people. We do require that you ask your students for their social security numbers. They do not legally have to provide you with their social security numbers. But I will warn you, if you don't provide us with any social security numbers, it will cause you problems later down the road. So when we use your data to calculate your performance results and to see whether or not your programs meet our thresholds to remain on the eligible training provider list, we actually take your social security numbers and we do a unemployment insurance wage match, and that's how we see where your students have gone and what they're doing. And so if you don't provide us with enough social security numbers, we basically won't be able to use your data. And so later on, when you get your ETP results, you might find that some of your programs actually got removed from the ETP list because we couldn't use your data. And at that time, you do have an option of giving us alternate data, but I think it's a lot more work. You have to find all your students and survey them. So really, it's a lot easier to provide us with your social security number if you're able to get that information from them. So like I said, the rest of these boxes are just some demographic information, and then we want to know the start and exit date of when they started and left the program. And then this box is the important box of what happened to them. So did they graduate? Did they withdraw? Are they still enrolled? Or are they taking a leave of absence? So that is basically what is on the spreadsheet. Okay. Okay. And then just as another note, step 5 down here is if you do not have a single student at your school, you will still have to get on and submit to us saying that you don't have any students. So you'll click this drop down box and you'll select one of the reasons, and you can give us further details if you like, and then you hit certify no students. So please remember, even if you don't have students, to still get on there and tell us that you have none. So we are going to pretend like you have just filled out your spreadsheet. So I'm going to hit the upload Excel file button, and then I'm going to browse and go deep within the Workforce Boards stuff here. Let's see. Oop. Wrong one. Sorry, we just got a new computer system thing in here, and so everything is a little bit wonky, as you can see. Okay, so I am going to upload found my file. Oh, that is one more thing I forgot to say. Make sure that when you are filling out your spreadsheet that you go to File and Save As, and save it somewhere on your computer. Because if you don't, all of your data will be gone and you'll go to find it later and it won't exist. So please make sure that you're saving it on your own computer somewhere so that you have somewhere to upload it from. So I found it on my computer and I'm going to upload my data. And so, okay, so as you can see, I uploaded my data, but it gave me an error. It should always let you at least upload your Excel file unless you've got something totally wrong, like you're trying to upload the wrong document, or you've messed with these top columns. I think we've tried to lock down everything so that you can't change the columns, but if you start moving things around up in this purple column, that will seriously derail your process. So unless something has gone really wrong, it should upload your file. But if you can't figure it out, please give us a call and we can help get you uploaded. But you will always get a message after you upload, and so my message is that I have some invalid data and I need to fix the errors. So luckily it tells me right here what my report errors are. So it looks like the only errors I have are on rows 2, 4, and 5. And so that's nice because it'll actually show you. Let's see. So it'll actually tell you what row your error is in and the column that your error is in. So it looks like on row 2, in one of these 3 columns, location, program title, or program award type, it must exactly match what's on my programs page. So I would go back to my programs and look and match and see. So I can see, oh, I spelled the word decent wrong. So I'm going to fix that. And then I would look at row 4 and it looks like it's the same error. So it's in one of those columns. Let's see. Oh, so this is a tricky one. People get this messed up a lot. So if on your programs page it says certificate and you put certificate of completion, it will kick it back even though it's the exact same thing. So I'm going to get rid of completion, and then row 5. I don't see anything misspelled, so I'll go back and look at my programs. Oh, and it looks like my How to Be Decent program is only offered in Bellingham and Olympia, and I put that it is in Tacoma, so I put the wrong location. So I'm going to change it to Olympia because this student went to the Olympia location. Okay, so then I will save and pretend like I have everything. Okay, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back and I am going to start my report again, and I'm going to re-upload my file. So I fixed it and I saved the changes, and now I'm going to upload again. Okay, so this is the message you will get if you have nothing wrong with your spreadsheet. So congratulations, I've got my records uploaded. And then just to remind you, it'll tell you may have errors you need to fix. So the last step after we upload our data is we're going to go to the Certify and Submit page. And so you can either get there over here on the left-hand side, or you can get here by clicking right here. So I'm going to click on it. So it'll show you that I submitted a draft today. And then it'll show you all the different programs and locations that you uploaded in your spreadsheet. And if you have a program that has no students, it'll just ask you to let us know why. So you're going to click on the pencil right here, and then you will select a reason from the drop-down menu. I just didn't offer this program this time because there was not enough interest. And then I'm going to save it. Hit the little floppy disk to save. Okay, so as long as there's nothing in this area that's red, you are good to go. And I believe if you try to submit it and you have errors, it won't let you submit it. So don't worry about that. So once you've corrected all your errors, you've edited anything over here that has a pencil that needs a reason for not having students, then you are going to click on this button that says I certify this report is correct, and then you are going to hit submit. And then after you submit, it will tell you, congratulations, your student data report has been successfully submitted. And just one more thing I wanted to let you know, if you get to a point where you have errors and you cannot understand the error messages, or you're not able to figure out why you're having errors, you can go ahead and give us a call. We actually have the ability on our end to see the spreadsheet that you just uploaded. And when you're doing this, just make sure, I can't stress this enough, please do not email in any data to us. If you're frustrated and you can't figure out how to upload your spreadsheet, just give us a call. Multiple people here are happy to just talk to you over the phone and help you upload it yourself. You know, all the data you're submitting does contain social security numbers and other sensitive information of your students, and email's not always the most secure method to transport it. So please make sure if you have errors that you're calling us and we're helping you fix them, and you're uploading it through the system. Do not submit it to us over email. So that is basically the student data portal in a nutshell. I see that Randy has been diligently answering questions on the side. So does anybody else have any other questions that Randy has not answered already?
So click on the contact us at the bottom. Oh. And that's got our contact information, including that direct number, and that connects directly to a person.
Yeah, and there's when you call, you'll get Anthony at the front desk, or whoever's answering the front desk phone at the time, and then just let them know you have a question about your data reporting, and they will transfer you to whoever's available. We have all of our direct contact information on the website, but people leave for lunch or people go to meetings. So the easiest way to get a hold of somebody is to call the front desk, and they will connect you to whoever is available at the time. So does anybody have any other questions? I'll give you a minute to think about it and type one if you have it. Okay, I don't see anything else coming in, which means I'm going to give myself 100%. My webinar must have been perfect today. Oh, just wondering if we forgot to save.
So this particular question had an earlier component.
Oh,
It just said if they lost the data, can they email it back to the school? And my response was basically just in these sort of situations, go ahead and give us a call, and we'll try to work through the issues. But certainly remember when you download the spreadsheet to save it on your desktop or somewhere else on your computer while you're working on it. Because there isn't a good way for us to give it back to you, or we only have a limited number of spreadsheets that we could see. They basically, if you've uploaded it, it's possible that it's just lost forever if you didn't save a copy. But we'll certainly be happy to work it through if you give us a call or give us an email.
yeah. So just try to remember to save it right when you start working on it, and keep saving it along the way so you don't lose anything. Like Randy said, we can usually see it, but sometimes if a lot of people are uploading it at the same time, it only holds a certain number of spreadsheets. So if your spreadsheet has already gotten kicked off the bottom, you are out of luck. So don't forget to save. Does anybody else have any other questions? Okay, great. Well, I will let everybody get back to the rest of their day. Thank you so much for coming to our webinar today. If you have any other questions, or you think of something later, or just need help while you're working on it, please don't hesitate to call or email us. We are always here. Well, during normal business hours, we're always here, and we are always happy to help. So have a great day, everybody.